What's up, everybody? This is Antonio here to bring you another episode in the series of how many shares of a certain company do you need to own to make $1,000 a month, $100 a month, and even $100 every single week. So in these episodes, I do actually go over the ticker symbols that you do guys provide. We pull up the charts, we pull up the company, read a little bit about the company profile, we pull up the dividend summary, go over that, and then we pull up the calculator, crunch some numbers, see those amount of values that we want to make monthly, weekly, and then we wrap it up with the dividend yield, looking at when the best opportunity was or currently is to enter the stock. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. First one on the list, which is actually the one for this video, is AQN. I do have these other ones on the list, so if there's one that I have not covered in the past or you don't see on the list, let me know. I'll be happy to add it to the list and we'll eventually get to it. But yeah, AQN, let's go jump over here to Seeking Alpha. So AQN, hopefully I pronounced this correctly, but Algonquin Power and Utilities Corp. We'll see that it's currently trading about $8.08. If we pull up a little bit about the company profile, Algonquin Power and Utility Corp, a renewable energy and utility company that provides energy and water solutions and services in the North America and internationally. The company operates through two segments: Regulated Services Group and Renewable Energy Group. The Regulated Services Group segment provides a portfolio of regulated water, electricity, and gas utility services. It offers electricity distribution, water distribution, wastewater treatment, and natural gas distribution services. The Renewable Energy Group segment generates and sells electrical energy produced by its portfolio of renewable power generation facility, primarily in the United States. You'll see that they are in the utility sector. Industry is multi-utilities. Employees are right around 3,951. They were founded back in 1988. And then if you want to look at their site, you can actually go right here and visit them. But if we actually go ahead and go here to the back to the top, we can kind of look at the year-to-date performance. They're actually up 20.06% in the green, which is actually pretty great. On the year, they're down 48.11%. Such a huge drop there. 5 years, they are down 18.05%. On the 10-year, they are actually, it doesn't even show because it doesn't go all the way back on the charts. But it looks like the 1 year is a horrible performance there for capital appreciation. Looks like you would have lost almost 50% of your value that you would have invested. I think they believe they could actually cut the dividend recently in the past month or so, but 52-week range is actually lowest on the 52-week low is $6.41. 52-week high is $15.95. They're trading closer to the 52-week low here. EPS is 0.58, PE is 13.89, and then dividend rate 43 cents, dividend yield 5.37%, and then the market cap is a 5.54 billion market cap for this utility company. If I actually go here, guys, show you the dividend scorecard, we can scroll to the very bottom. Again, they are in the utility sector. Dividend summary, dividend yield is 5.37%. Very, very high dividend yield here. Typically, I like my dividend yields between 1 to 3%. Those are the really good ones, especially with the 5-year, double-digit 5-year CAGR. Annual payout is 43 cents annually, so they pay you out about 43 cents, and then payout ratio is 101.86%. 5-year CAGR here is 6.91%. 10-year growth here is what it's showing, and then they do pay out quarterly, which is about 11 cents every single quarter. Again, I believe they cut the dividend, so I'm not sure if this is still accurate on the dividend growth, especially since they did cut it. But yeah, guys, let me pull up the calculator. We can crunch some numbers, and we'll see how much we can actually make or how much do we need to own of this company. But the first one we want to do is let's see how much of this company we would have to have invested to make $1,000 a month. So what we're going to do here is we want to make $1,000 a month. There's 12 months in a year, so you multiply that. So annually we do need to make $12,000. If we take those $12,000 divided by the annual payout, which is 43 cents, this would actually give us the total number of shares that you'd have to own to make about $1,000 a month, which is actually 27,906 shares that you'd have to own. If we go up here, now we multiply this by the current share price. This will give you the total amount of money you'd have to currently invest to make roughly about $1,000 every single month. So about $225,488. Currently at this current share price, you'd be making roughly about $1,000 a month. Man, $1,000 a month, that would be very, very awesome, especially if you're planning to live off dividends. Not sure if this would be the best company to have this invested in, but yeah, it's actually pretty great. I hope to get eventually to this, especially with like SCHD. This would be awesome to have this much invested. But again, quick way to calculate this is take the $12,000 that you need to make annually and then divide it by the dividend yield, which is 5.37. So we're going to divide that. This is a quick way to calculate this. So you'll see we roughly get about $223,000 there. The next one, let's go ahead and do the next one, which is $100 every single month. You could actually take the previous answer we just got, divided by 10, and you'll get the answer. But since we do have the calculator up, let's go ahead and crunch those numbers. So we want to make $100 every single month. So 100 times 12, because there's 12 months in a year. Annually, we need to make 1,200. Now divide this by the annual payout, which is 43 cents. So we need to roughly own about 2,790 shares. We come in and multiply that times the current share price, and this would give us the total amount invested. So about $22,548 is what you'd have to invest. If you've been investing in this company for a while, again, and reinvest in the dividends, this would require a lot less capital. I'm not sure how this would have affected it with the dividend cut here, but yeah, a quick way to calculate this, guys, is take the 1,200 divided by the dividend yield here, and then you'll see we roughly get about $22,000 that you'd have to have invested. Let's go ahead and do the last one, which is $100 every single week. I think this one's actually pretty great. Imagine every week you'd be getting $100 from your portfolio. You wouldn't necessarily get $100 every single week. You'd get paid out quarterly, but you could divide that by 100, and you'd roughly get around that much every single week. But $100 is what we want to make every single week. There's 52 weeks in a year, so we need to roughly make about 5,200. You actually divide this by the annual payout, so we can get the number of shares that we need to own. And then you'll see we need to own about 12,093 shares. If we go up here to the share price, multiply it times $8.08, so we'd roughly have to have invested about $97,711 invested in this, and we'd be roughly making about the $100 every single week. But let's go ahead and do the quick way to calculate this. 5,200, which is what we need to make annually, divided by the dividend yield, which is 5.337, and then you'll see we roughly get about $96,000. So those are the calculations, guys. Let me know if you do own this company. Let's go ahead and wrap up this video by pulling up the dividend yield. So you'll see here, this is the dividend yield, and over time it does fluctuate. So back in 2018 it was given a dividend yield of about 4%, 5%, and then March 2020 it did spike up, and then you'll see here it's been around the 3%, 4%, and then recently in 2021 or 2022 it actually did spike up big time, and potentially that is because of the share price going down quite a bit, and that is why the dividend yield was huge. And recently I believe they cut the dividend, so that is why the dividend yield did go down. Yeah guys, this is actually all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know in the comment section if you are invested in this utility company. Are you invested for the long term? Let me know your plans, and let me know if there's any new companies you want me to cover in the future. Don't forget to subscribe with that bell notification. I definitely would appreciate it if you guys help me out. As well, if you drop the big thumbs up on the video. I will talk to you guys later. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye guys.